Hey guys, Ben here with Arkansas Northwoods. Today we're going to be taking a look at a safe. This safe in particular, this is a safe that scans the palm of your hand to grant you quick access, unlike other biometric safes where you might have to, put a fingerprint on it in order to get it to open, maybe do that fingerprint more than once. But the folks at Xegis reached out to me. They asked me if they could send me one of these and asked if I could do an honest review on it, which is exactly what you're going to get here. 100% honesty. I'm not going to waste your time, make things up, or glance over things. Just 100% honesty. But in all honesty, this thing is pretty cool. Let's get into it. Well, we all know the internet loves a good unboxing video. So here is the Xegis desktop palm vein recognition safe. This is the box it comes in. Not too shabby, so let's pop her open. We got a bag right off the bat here. Let's see what we have. So we have Allen wrench and some screws. Being this is the desktop model, I would imagine that is for securing it. Looks like we have a USB-C charger. Imagine for the scanner. Quick setup guide. We have the quick start manual. All that good stuff. And of course, the manual itself. Go over all the good stuff. I don't know, right off the bat, just looking at this guy, it looks pretty high quality. So let's take her out. And of course, we have a lanyard. So there she is, still in the plastic. Thing looks real nice. It's a sweet logo. It looks like it's laser cut. Like the looks of that. Got our back, spare keys. Yeah, looks sweet. Also like that it comes with one of these because chances are you might want to have one of these in your vehicle, or at least in a place where you could tie this guy off to something cemented into the ground, and you really don't have to worry about someone walking off with it. So let's dig in. So right off the bat, I opened up the little package with the keys in it. If there's one thing I think I'd like in a safe that's more digital is redundancy. So obviously we have the scanner right there. We have a keypad. We also have the good old mechanical lock. Look at that guy pop open. All right. Look inside here. There's a little toggle switch. We're going to go on. Look at that. Temperature and humidity. So far, I am already impressed. You got to make sure the palm scanner works, but we got some good solid construction, but humidity and temperature, a battery indicator, that's pretty big in my book, in all honesty. So it does an excellent job of telling you the temperature. So I got 47 degrees, 52% humidity, which it's a spring day. It's been warm. Things have been thawing out, so definitely on point with humidity. Now, as far as how quick can you get into this thing? Pretty quick. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So as many times and as rapid as you need. Construction is great on this thing. It is all made out of aluminum. Pretty sturdy, and there's no pry points on it, really. You could, ram a screwdriver in there. And if that was a concern about, this making it away from you, it does come with screws that you could screw it down to your dresser, desk, nightstand, what have you, along with the lanyard. if you wanted to have it in the car. And the lanyard just attaches right through there. So yeah, I'm impressed. So we're gonna test it as you would if this was on your nightstand. You hear something go bump in the middle of the night. Now I have my camera light on, but it's pretty dark in here. The sun's just about down. I'd say, in all fairness, once I turn this light off, it's going to be about as dark as it would be in your bedroom with maybe a night light in the hall or something else, but not total darkness, but, you'll see. Dark enough that when I turn this light off, I really can't see the safe in the shadow. So I'm going to hold my hand over it and see if it'll scan in the dark. Look at that. It popped right open. Now I have access to my SCT SC there. Pretty nice. Let's try that again. So here we are with, a nice bright light. You can see that is, that would be that little white light showing up on my camera would be the infrared scanner that's scanning your palm veins. So let's open it in the light. Quick and easy. Instant for sure. So, no light once again. It honestly, if there's a delay, it's because I can't really see where my hand is. Wait for that display to go out. Let's try her again. Yeah, instant. Like I said, it is pretty dark in here. I can't tell if my hand's directly over the scanner, and your hand does need to be pretty much straight over the scanner, parallel to it. The one nice thing, I'll cover up the display there, you can see there's some lights in it. That's a pretty nice feature to have. Definitely cool. I wish I had lights for my, hit OK here to get the lights to come on, but so you can see, yeah, 2 little LED lights in there. Pretty neat. Just for the heck of it again. Instant. All right, so just to show about the height you need to have your hand to open it. So obviously we can't be way down here. You get up about there, pops open, whatever that is. 6 inches or so above. Doesn't matter if you have your hand straight over to the side, even from the back side, it will open for you, whichever hands you have programmed, whichever direction. And to prove the point about the angle, it'll scan your palm, so straight over. With my other hand from the side, another angle, that direction, this hand again. And it's plenty spacious. We got enough room to fit a Glock 19, a couple of magazines, a pocket knife. You could have your setup for the day ready to go in there, your keys, your wallet. Right there at an instant. So, will this thing open with dirty hands? Well, I rubbed my hand on the dirt and the ground, so let's give it a shot. Yeah, I had to think about it for a sec, but let's try that again. You can see, got some crap on there. Yeah. It definitely takes a second more than a clean hand, but even with a mildly dirty hand, it'll still open right up for you. So I've had my hand soaked in a bucket of water. See, it's a little damp, still a little shiny. Let's give her a shot. Yep, pops right open even with a wet hand. Try it again. Yeah. So you see, with my light for added there, I do have a wet hand, in fact. So it passed the test for a wet hand, a mildly dirty hand, wrap it open. I'm not finding anything that'd be a deal breaker for me so far. So say you're in a scenario where, you hear glass break, it's late at night, you've been sleeping, and, you got to get to your gun and see what's going on. think about. Maybe you're hopped up on adrenaline. Your mind's going a million miles a second, and you don't want to have to think about entering a code or pressing a key. That all you know you got to do is just hold your hand over, and there it is. So that's a selling point to me, that I don't have to think about, trying to find the spot to hold my thumb on to get access to my gun. Just palm over, there it is, instantly. So that's a cool point to me. Well, I've had quite a bit of time to, really put this thing through its tests. And I gotta say, I think it's a good product. And I'm not just saying that because they sent it to me. I honestly trust this for quick access to my firearm and to keep it secure in my home, and not have to worry about anyone else getting into it. Now I've, added both of my handprints to this. I've had my wife try to open it, and it didn't work with her hand. It didn't work with my brother's hand or my dad's hand. Only my palm is what it reads, and you can have up to 50 palm profiles in here. So if that's something you need it central and secure, where you could get to it in a hurry, but you don't want any possibility of the little kids getting into it. But maybe other adults in your house, you want to be able to have access to it. That's a great option to have there. And, like I said, as a backup, it does have the keypad and the key. So you're not going to have to worry about getting your gun stuck in here. But in all honesty, guys, I think this, from the bottom of my heart, is a good product. I trust it. So if you are interested in one of these, you can get them on Amazon.com. I wouldn't lie to you guys if there was anything sketchy about this, or if it didn't seem, like it's going to perform or hold up the way that it's supposed to. I would, say it's a cool looking safe, but I don't think I can give you a positive review of it, because I'm not here to trash anyone or complain about things, or ruin people's lives or livelihoods or their reputations. So I just want to pay it forward with positivity. So yep, if you guys are interested in these, you can find them on Amazon. But thanks for watching. See you guys later.